In Japanese, there's a word called ukiyo. Directly translating to the floating world, it's more commonly used to describe the act of living in the present moment, detached from the bothers of ordinary life. More often than not, I struggle with being present. Instead, countless to-dos and deadlines seem to constantly consume my mind. Yet when I travel, these thoughts seem to all magically disappear, and I'm finally able to focus on the moment right in front of me. It's probably the reason I love to travel so much, and why I seem to always have a holiday booked that I can look forward to, as ironic as that sounds. This feeling of ukiyo was none more present than when I was in Hakone and Miyajima, offering a refreshing change of pace from the chaos of Tokyo and abundant with some of the most exquisite natural beauty I've ever seen. My time here was so special and allowed me to truly disconnect and calm my mind. Honestly, I don't think there's anything more grounding than being in nature to reorient and redirect you to be more present and find your moment of ukiyo. Let's go. Upon arriving in Gora, we headed straight for the Polar Art Museum, a stunning museum located in a national park. Nestled amongst Japanese beech trees and the Hakone Mountains, the museum truly emphasizes the symbiosis between natural beauty and art. We began our visit on the nature trail, which guided us to visit various sculptures hidden within the natural surroundings, as calm flute music played softly around us. The interior of the museum was just as impressive, housing the largest collection of Impressionist paintings in all of Japan. With works by Renoir, Monet, Cezanne, and Picasso, I was in absolute heaven. There was also a temporary exhibit by Philippe Perrenot on at the time. The exhibit featured a series of familiar objects, including balloons, pianos, and lamps, used by the artist to create a dramatic sensorial experience, similar to a fleeting dream. From the gorgeous architecture and natural surroundings to the impressive collection of art on display, the Polar Art Museum is a must-visit for anyone in the Hakone region. Being such a small town, there weren't many dining options available, so in the evening, we just headed down to our hotel's restaurant for dinner. I ordered the signature clay pot rice, while Mia got the eggplant parmigiana, and both were delicious.
Excited for dinner?
So excited.
Yeah. I guess that one's a lot of fun.
Thank you for using the Hakone Tozan cable car. This cable car is bound for Seoul.
In the morning, we woke up bright and early and took the first cable car to Seoul-Insan Station. We then hopped onto the Hakone ropeway to Uwakadani.
I'm in the clouds right now.
The ropeway is divided into two parts and travels over a crater created during the last eruption of Mount Hakone some 3,000 years ago. Make sure to hop out and have a look around at the halfway viewpoint. But be careful though, as the active volcanic zone emits potent sulfurous fumes which smell like rotten eggs. Sadly, it was very overcast when we went. However, on clear days, you may even be lucky enough to see Mount Fuji. Hopping back on the ropeway now, we made our way to Togendai Station, where the pirate ship cruise terminus is located. The cruise crosses over Lake Ashi in roughly 25 to 40 minutes and was genuinely one of my favourite experiences of my entire trip. Not only did I get to ride on an epic pirate ship, but the surrounding scenery was beyond beautiful. While we began our journey in a misty haze of ominous fog, as we travelled over the lake, the clouds began to part and we were met with the most perfect blue skies and sunshine. It was truly magical. We even got a glimpse of Mount Fuji. We're currently walking through the ancient cedar forest to the red tori gate.
Yeah, it's really peaceful
It's
here.
so peaceful in here. And we got to Hakone by this amazing pirate ship.
And there was an amazing view of Mount Fuji, like right as we were like approaching the last stop to get off. Like the sky just cleared.
Yeah, the sun
and Mount
came
Fuji
out.
just appeared.
And it was gorgeous, like we're so lucky. It's the most beautiful weather right now. The ancient Cedar Avenue only stretches for a mere 500 metres from Onshi Hakone Park to Moto Hakone and is comprised of trees supposedly planted during the Edo period of Japan, some 400 years ago. It's crazy to think how many generations these trees have lived through. How many people have also marvelled at their vast beauty, like we did on this day. We continued our walk until we reached Moto Hakone, where the famous Red Gate of Peace stands in the lake. This Tori Gate is a part of the Hakone Shrine Complex, an ancient shrine dating back to the year 757. The Gate of Peace also holds vital cultural significance, being built in 1952 to commemorate the Treaty of San Francisco that ended the Allied occupation of Japan. In the afternoon, we caught the bus to the Hakone Open Air Museum, the first outdoor, open-air art museum to ever be opened in Japan. The museum displays roughly 120 sculptures spread across its grounds, which boast beautiful views of the Hakone Green Mountains. The collection includes works by some of the world's most famous creators of modern and contemporary art, including Rodin, Miro, Moore, and Bourdelle. There's also a pavilion which contains over 300 works by Pablo Picasso, from ceramics to oil paintings to tapestries. With the afternoon sun dramatically illuminating the sculptures and the red foliage of fall starting to bloom, we honestly couldn't have picked a more perfect day to stroll around this outdoor museum and appreciate its great art as well as Hakone's natural beauty. It was such a highlight of my trip. To end our day in Hakone, we returned to Gora by train and walked up the steep hill to Gora Park. First opened in 1914, the park is Japan's first garden to be made to imitate a French formal garden. While it's most famous for its impressive display of flowers, the park also offers a range of other attractions, including a beautiful tea room where visitors can stop for a moment of respite while enjoying the surrounding scenery and beautiful views of Hakone. Just off the coast of Hiroshima lies the enchanting island of Itsukushima, or Miyajima as it's more commonly called. While only small, Miyajima is abundant with stunning natural beauty and rich cultural heritage. It brings in hordes of tourists each day who wish to catch a glimpse of the iconic floating Tori Gate, which is part of the Itsukushima Shrine, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of Japan's top 3 most famous views. It's also home to a herd of wild deer who merrily roam its streets and are a natural crowd pleaser among tourists for their gentle temperament, unlike those in Nara, as we later found out. Jumping off the ferry, we headed straight to catch the ropeway to Mount Misen before it became overcrowded with tourists. To save time, I recommend buying a return ticket for the ropeway before you hop on the shuttle bus, so you don't have to wait in line to buy tickets at the ropeway entrance. These can be bought at the last shop on the left beside the bus stop for 20,000 Japanese yen. The mountain is the highest point on the island and offers unforgettable views of the Sato Inland Sea.
We're trying a little specialty dessert from Miyajima called Mameji Manju, which means maple leaf in Japanese. And it's filled with red beans.
So excited to try. They're like really nice and warm.
It looks really cute. Ding!
Interesting.
Has like a really cakey outside layer.
And the red bean is like smooth inside, which is really
Yeah.
nice.
In the afternoon, we explored the Itsukushima shrine, which is the star attraction of the island. In fact, it's so famous that the island's official name, Itsukushima, is named after it. However, the island is now just fondly known as Miyajima, directly translating to the Shrine Island in Japanese. While originally built in the 6th century, the present Shinto shrine dates back to the 12th century under the leadership of the Taira clan. The shrine is dedicated to the goddess of the seas and the storms, Benzaiten, and its unique design integrates the natural beauty of the island, connected by boardwalks seemingly floating above the sea.
Guys, we're at the Itsukushima shrine and we have an uninterrupted view to its Grand Torii Gate, which is literally like one of the most photographed sites in the whole world. And we're just sitting here and it's right there. Like literally right there. Like how lucky are we? And then we also have this gorgeous outlook of the shrine,
which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Yeah, which is absolutely gorgeous. We walked all through here just before, and we're going to go up to the temple in a moment. But it's amazing.
Yeah, just so lucky to be here. And yeah, we've just got a really gorgeous spot we're sitting on right now.
So lucky.
We ended our day by visiting the Daisho-in temple, a Buddhist site dedicated to Kobo Daishi, the founder of Shingon Buddhism. It's acclaimed for its tranquility and breathtaking views. The temple also features a unique display of 500 tiny stone Buddhas, all wearing cute little crochet hats.
Guys, we just arrived at our accommodation. And look at our view. How stunning.
It's so stunning.
Like absolutely insane. Like you can see the Torii Gate in the back, the beautiful ocean. We're staying in a traditional ryokan with tatami mats, and neither Mia nor I have stayed in one before. So we're super excited.
If you get the opportunity to stay overnight in Miyajima, I highly recommend it. While frantic with day trippers from 9 to 5, in the evenings, once the crowds have left, you're able to truly enjoy the serene beauty and tranquility of the island in all its glory. The sight of the Torii Gate illuminated at night is also pretty special. Anyways, that concludes this little episode of my Japan Diaries. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching if you've made it this far. I'll catch you in Kyoto!